Hi, my name is Julie. This is part 2 of an ex-rank maker reacting to a Ray Higdon training. I was part of Rank Makers for 5 years and also 100K Inner Circle coaching for a year. And I'm speaking out. So I did a part 1 to this, and it was a lot. It was like 2 hours, and I only reacted to 32 minutes of his video. And this is my second time now using StreamYard to play the video as I comment on it. If I continue to do this kind of thing, I'll improve, but this is what it looks like. I want to get this information out there. And I think it's so important to point out how many contradictions this man has and how many things he says that he's been saying for at least 6 years now. And lying that he has just been given this knowledge divinely, and pointing out other things too. For rank makers that have left and are leaving, that don't know where else to go, it's helpful to have somebody talk about this stuff. It's uncomfortable as fuck, we were taken advantage of, and more people are being taken advantage of. New people. There's people still within rank makers that think I'm a hater and that think what I'm doing is horribly wrong, that poor Ray, he's a victim. And they're good people. Everybody in rank makers, I don't know, I can't say everybody, but I believe that most people, we really believe what we're doing is good. That we're going to change the world. We're going to transform ourselves. We're going to work really hard on ourselves so we can become the best versions of ourselves to help our teams grow and to ultimately make the world a better place. When you're deep in this group, you can see some of the contradictions, but you don't fully see them. And it's easy to make excuses for the behavior that you see or don't see. It's easy to just say that because I didn't experience it, it didn't happen to me. It's easy to say that, well, you know what? This industry isn't for everybody. You didn't work hard enough. There's something wrong with your mindset. It's the same predictable shit we all hear. So this is round 2. I'll see if I can get through all this. And thank you so much for watching. Trigger warnings all in place, the same along the lines of the first video. Anything that you're watching about Ray Higdon or rank makers, please keep in mind, you don't know what the hell is going to come out of this man's mouth at any given time. It's like body shaming, toxic diet culture, horrible religious references, casual racism, mental health. You don't know what the fuck is going to happen. Please be prepared if you're in a fragile state, or I don't know, just not feeling strong or whatever today, just please don't watch this video. All right, let's go in for round 2.
Or you're not, right? Which we'll talk about. Okay. And so let's make closing very, very simple. One of the main things you need to know about closing, for those on Instagram, I just wrote.
Oh my God, position. It's here. It's back.
Understanding position. Position is one of the 4 P's.
Oh my God.
4 P's.
The 4 P's.
Top burner, which we will cover, throughout. But position.
Position
is just knowing where is the prospect. Where are they? Because you're going to suck at closing if you don't understand position. And in the absence of progress, fall back on.
Oh, snap! Fucking yes!
So, what's position 0? Position 0 is.
Okay, this is, he's used these 4 Ps now. This is a new addition to his repertoire. But the training, aside from the position and all these other Ps, is the exact same that we've all heard before. So he's going to be saying this is going to be the easiest way to explain it. And you're going to see his long, convoluted, like contemptuous explanation where moms will probably be guilted again, the same as the previous video. You're going to be such an idiot and not a leader. just insult everyone. So when somebody has not heard of your product, service, or opportunity, so say this is like a really cool mug that it keeps your coffee. It looks like a normal ceramic mug, but it's insulated, but you can also microwave it. It's so cool. But people don't know that they even need to have this mug. They think, well, I have a normal mug. I microwave it all the time and reheat my coffee, or I have an insulated mug. I get it. They don't even know they have a problem that you could solve by having a fucking ceramic mug, and that's also insulated, that's also microwavable. So then maybe they start seeing you post on Facebook. So that would be position 0. They don't know who you are. They don't know they have this problem, that you need to be solved. But then maybe they see, you post on Facebook, or they see an ad, or they see like a news article about this new kind of mug. It's on Kickstarter or something, but this would be like for your network marketing business. So then they're like a little more familiar with you. And then maybe they reach out to you, or you reach out to them in a message. Hey, would you be willing to take a look at my insulated mug thing? If not, no big deal. And then you send them a video. They're getting closer to possibly making a purchase. So by using all this language, like in the position, like this whole fucking thing, it's convoluted, like every network marketing company's compensation plan for a reason. It's not meant to make things clear. It's meant to just sound good. Lots of P's, loving the alliteration. Ray loves alliteration. And it's meant to okay, I put 2 hours of my time into this, therefore I must have learned something. And then people will go and use the P's and parrot this to their team in various ways and teach it as if this is the way to market. So in the absence, in the absence of progress, rely on position. It's like people want to purchase your thing or not. Sometimes they require multiple exposures. And sometimes they just need to be followed up with, there's your fucking training. But we know what's coming. Here we go.
I don't know if they're interested or open to what I have to say. No idea. Don't know. So you going to your friends and family members and saying, hey, you should totally join my business. It's a no-brainer. It's awesome. And you haven't asked them or explained to them.
Nobody does that. Nobody goes to their family members and say, hey, you should do this. This is a no-brainer. Nobody says that. Just using it would be more effective if he used examples that really happened, but everything is made up. And we heard this training too. Yet another thing.
The benefits, and you don't know if they're interested or seeking or looking for that, then you are toxic.
Or you could be brand new at network marketing and you don't know how to approach people about taking a look at your product, service, or opportunity. And you get really jacked up from watching a network marketing coach's video, or maybe a coaching, a Zoom call that your team does with your uplines. You get really jacked up. And then you say something and it comes, and your friends and family know that you're in a pyramid scheme, and they can see you're in a cult as well because they're commercial cults. And they're like, oh no. And then, so he's saying that you're the toxic one. This is not coaching. This is an embarrassment to the coaching industry.
And this is similar. This is similar. I'm gonna sting you here. I'm gonna sting you.
And it's like, by saying this, it's granting permission, that you need to accept this. If I say I'm going to sting you, this is tough love coaching. You're not going to want to hear this, but you want to hear it. You're just mean. And the trainings are ineffective. They're irrelevant, tired examples that don't have any basis in reality. The only new addition that I've seen so far is this position pipeline progress, whatever.
You need to know how to close as a Christian as well. If you're Christian.
Oh, here we go.
See, a lot of Christians don't understand this. They do it very terribly.
You're shaming Christians? What a fucking dick! No, really? This is so bad. A lot of Christians don't understand this. Where's your fucking sources? What the fuck? This is so bad. I am so sorry if you are a person of faith and you have to put up with this. This is unbelievable. Wow. All of this is unbelievable.
So some Christians, well, this is why people outside of Christianity, a lot of them don't like, I'll just say it, they don't like Christians. Because a lot of people.
What the fuck are you talking about? A lot of people outside of Christianity don't like Christians. I'll just say it. Why is this? This is this whole other level of us versus them, which cults do. And I should say, like I said in my previous video, all of this commentary is based on my experiences and in my opinion.
People don't understand position. So you're going to someone saying, hey, you don't have Jesus in your heart, you're burning in a lake of fire.
Nobody fucking says that. Even the Jehovah's that knock on my door on Saturday morning. Who talks like that, Ray? Nobody talks like that. This is new. This whole faith-based and this shaming of Christians, just the whole Christianity talk, this is definitely new.
And they're like, whoa, all right, okay. You acting,
which is weird because he's acting like, so here's the example. It's actually more apt than what he intended, is that if you go and are really aggressive at saying, hey, it's a no-brainer, sign up for my network marketing business. And they're like, whoa, it's the equivalent of saying you're going to burn in hell if you don't become a Christian. Like, make an example that even makes sense, but it's like, it's that kind of severity, though. You're going to die. You know, it's at war. You need to choke them out. You need to battle the hate. Holy fuck.
Morally superior. Okay. I'm not making the argument. Is that true or not? I'm not saying that.
The fucking irony. You know what's funny is that people with even that are deep within the multi-level marketing industry can't fucking stand Ray. This is what's happening now.
You're not in the right position. You're not in the right position. You need to see openness. See openness. Hey, are you open to learning what helped me? Are you open to learning what helped me? So the number one church is your temple. You showing up. How do you show up? Do you get out of your faith-based Facebook group and then go treat the waitress like a piece of crap?
No, you do that. You get out of your faith-based group and treat everybody like a piece of shit and don't like to be called on it. Fucking big time mad now. Ooh.
You know, so I've heard a few waiters and waitresses say this to me, and it makes me so sad.
I've heard a few people that used to work for you tell me a few things. It makes me sad too.
They're like, "Oh, I hate working Sundays. A lot of the people that come here after church are the worst tippers." What? Why is that? Why is that the case? I mean, that's bullshit. Come on.
Oh, fucker still has it in him. Woo!
How could you ever expect someone to see you and say, I want to be like them, where they're super nice when they're in that building?
Is that the unwholesome talk? Does that count as unwholesome? I wonder what, if you're Christian and you're like, the way he's phrased this is this one. Do not let any unwholesome talk come out of your mouths. Like, does that, like, you're not allowed to talk, but he is allowed to say whatever he wants. This is this thing. Do not let any unwholesome talk come out of your mouths, but only what is helpful for building up. This, to me, it's like so much suppress. Like, this is control. He says, please no judgment of others in here. Abide by these verses, please. It's like, that's bullshit. Why is that? It's like your sphincter is so fucking tight that it is like folding in on itself and creating a black hole from which there is no escape.
And in that Facebook group, but they kind of suck everywhere else. That's who I want to be.
Jesus, he's fucking mad.
Who wants to be there? Nobody. But if you don't understand position is you don't know if they're searching. You don't know if they're open. You don't know if they're looking.
Like, all he could say is that position 0 is people are unaware of your product, service, or opportunity. I don't know why he's getting so angry. He's really mad. And he wasn't like this when I was in Rank Makers. Like, he would have moments, but they were more calculated. They weren't like this aggressive and continuous and explosive. There was like explosiveness, but it was more calculated. No, I'm not saying that it's any better. What I'm saying is that there's a progression of this aggressive behavior, a progression of the aggression. When you're in doubt, you fall back of the position of the progression.
You don't know their past. See, a lot of people got church hurt, right? They came up in the church. They were.
Well, maybe they have church PTSD.
They didn't get served right? They saw bad stuff. Not all churches are of the spirit. Okay.
Yours is, I bet.
You're trying to close, and let's. I'm going to go back and forth on you here. Some of you'll like it. It'll irritate the hell out of some of you. Okay. But let's say
this is another manipulative tactic by preempting your objections. That's getting permission from you for him to continue, and you will quell. I like that word, quell. It's like you'll push down the critical thinking just by that tactic. You're not going to like it, so you are forced to agree with him. The more times you're forced to agree with him or manipulated to agree with him, the more likely you are to keep like granting him like more like, oh yes, that's right too. You're going to make it. You're going to find ways to agree with him. That's what he's doing here. Some of you aren't going to like it. And you're like, you're right. I'm not going to like it. But now you know that manipulative tactic that he uses. So you continue to not like it and then not get sucked into this, hopefully.
Instead of going to your friends and family members and telling them that because you helped them, move in college, or you bought Girl Scout cookies from
same training, 5 years,
like it's a friend tax.
Okay? The friend tax, same training.
Go to them and say, hey, I'm doing this new thing. Are you open to taking a look at it? If not, totally cool.
No big deal.
Okay.
No big deal.
Now, if you want to talk about that, if you want to talk about walking with God, walk with Christ, then go to him and say, hey, you know what? Something's really helped me in my life. I'd love to share it with you.
Oh my God, he's talking about recruiting people to your religion. Can it get any more culty than this? Hey, I know, you might not be interested in what I'm doing, but I'm walking with Christ right now. And like, would you be open to taking a look at what I'm doing? Walking with Christ? If not, no big deal. Are you fucking kidding me? Are you fucking kidding me?
We're open. And, if you'd like to hear more about it, happy to share it with you. And, if not, totally cool, man. Totally cool. And see, interest will increase. So others, there are people watching you, right? And interest will increase on their end the better you show up.
The more powerfully you show up.
Some of you aren't attracting any of your friends and family.
Yeah.
Because you're the same person. You haven't upgraded.
You got to upgrade. You got to show up more powerfully. You got to show up with posture. Please make it happen. Fuck, is he going to say posture or not? What do you think? Fuck, I hope it happens.
You haven't escalated. Right?
Escalated. Definition of escalated. I want the right definition now.
Here's the definition. Escalate.
Increase rapidly. It doesn't make any sense. You've increased rapidly. Or become more intense or serious. That's more like it. You haven't upgraded. Oh, it's because he can't say posture anymore because he's been called out on it. So it's upgraded now. You haven't upgraded. What that means is, I bet you it'll winkle the way in there is the belief in what you have, regardless of external acceptance or approval. You believe in your network marketing business. You believe in Christianity, because now the two are interchangeable, according to Ray. So by you showing up powerfully because you've upgraded, then people will be attracted to you. See, you're not showing up like you truly believe in what you have can really help other people. And that's repelling people. You're sabotaging yourself.
You haven't changed. You're the same person. You're still, commission breath. You're still chasing the money. You're still shaming people. Let me tell you.
Fuck the irony. The fucking irony.
If you ever want to not be effective, just be a shamer. Just be a shamer. That's all you got to do. Just shame others. Be on your high horse. Be self-righteous. Right? I'm just talking about faith. Okay? People doing network marketing too. I mean, I saw a leader, a big leader.
He does this is so wild to me seeing this now. He's just narrating exactly what he does. There is no self-awareness. I fucking respected this man. 5 years. I really looked up to him. I recommended people to join Rank Makers, join Inner Circle coaching. I had team members pay him money to get training from him.
Leader. And he said, hey, when people tell you they're not interested, ask them what they're not interested in. Making money or helping kids.
Oh my God, that story is as old as time too. And he does that stupid, weird laugh. It's the same story. But yet on his blueprint, it's like, wow, what didn't you like about the video? It's the same thing with the weird troll under the bridge laugh.
Right? Do you think that'll convert somebody? You think someone's going to say, you know what? I'm an idiot. You're right. I do like kids and money. That's never going to convert anybody. You telling people that are at position 0 they're going to burn a lake of fire, you ain't going to convert anybody.
Who in the fuck is believing this shit now? He's really gone off. The facial expressions, like the histrionics. What are you selling? You're selling both. So selling network marketing coaching and also how to sell Christianity. Are you opening up a new church? You're going to get people to tithe to you. Are you going to apply for tax exempt status like Scientology? What's happening here?
They're going to want you turn your back. They're just going to be talking bad about you. I saw a bumper sticker, made me sad. It said, Jesus, please save me from your followers. You know what that really means? You know what that really means?
What does it
That
really
means pitching out of position. That means you go.
You know what? Absolutely. It means claiming that you're a prophet and spiritually manipulating people. It means making videos, live videos, where you don't mention people's names, but it's about anybody that criticizes you. And it's like weaponizing your followers. So you have all these fucking people that think they're Christian or whatever they are. I don't know, because they're following you. And they start going after other people on social media. It's fucking classic cult behavior. That's why. That's why it might, I don't know. Oh my God, this is really disturbing.
Going to people and coming with your self-righteousness and trying to convert them, right? Because you're so smart and more brilliant than them and more elevated than them and more evolved than them.
That's exactly what
right?
you do. That's exactly what he's doing.
It doesn't work. So, for example, my path to God was actually through spirituality, through meditation. That's what got me there. And some people would judge that. Oh, that's devils. I got it. Even though there's a million references to meditation in the Bible, I got it.
Anybody who criticizes him, even Christians, people of faith, that are, they're having their faith used against them. He mocks. He cannot not alter his voice and like contort his face in order to diminish someone, trying to take their power away to make himself look more powerful. This is the only way that he knows how to show up. This is his definition of manliness. It's like fucking alpha. It's so fucking weird.
And so you have to understand position. If someone's at position 0,
Oh my God.
okay, and here's one of the rules. You want to write this down because it's one of the most important rules.
Write it down.
This is how I close hundreds and hundreds of people that didn't like my company video.
Oh, the myth of the company video. We've heard this too. This is another one. We heard this all the time. Hundreds and hundreds. He doesn't have anything to back this up. This is just more like pulling it out of your ass. I was at the top. I was the top income earner of my company. Therefore, there was like 4 people that said they didn't like the video and I recruited him. Therefore, I can now say hundreds and hundreds, because if you multiply that experience across the network marketing industry, other people have had that same experience, and therefore it makes it right for me to use this example. That's how he coached us to use examples. And that's what he's probably doing here. Hundreds and hundreds of people didn't like the company video and he all recruited him. No, it's because you got in at pre-launch. Fuck.
Right? Is anyone interested? Drop a 7 if you're interested. Would you like me to teach you how I close hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of people that didn't like the company?
We heard this before, Ray. This is the closing blueprint. Okay, everybody, you don't need to drop a 7. This is the closing blueprint. I did a video on it. Hundreds and hundreds of people who didn't like the video. Wow. What didn't you like about it? Okay, I've got to get it up here. I don't know how to pause this on StreamYard. So that's why this is it. Okay, so they say, what did you like best? They've watched the video. Okay, this is assuming you actually have gotten them to watch the video. Say, did you watch the presentation or the video? And they say yes. And then you say to them, what did you like best? So this is drop a 7. Drop a 7 if you want to know right now how I close hundreds and hundreds of people. Like, fuck. We've all heard this. The same fucking act, you know? They say it's negative. What did you like? I didn't like this video. It was stupid. And I don't want to be a part of a pyramid scheme. And so this is what you're supposed to say. Wow. Really? And then in brackets, silence. Okay. Let me just step back for a second. Normally, people like it. So this is gaslighting you. Okay. I'm just curious. There had to be a reason. Why did you agree to watch? What were you hoping to see? This is his fucking gotcha. Like, I fucking got you. It's always about having more power over people, even in the prospecting. There's the P's again, right? That's what he's going to say. And then he'll say, so it's supposed to get them. So they must be looking for something. This is how you know that they're so fucking dumb and you're going to recruit them into your network marketing. If you use this script that's like reverse top earner blueprint, which is the exact same fucking thing as everything he's ever taught. Then you say, let me ask you this. If we could show you blank, you fill in whatever answer they had given you because you're manipulating them. Is this something you'd move forward with? And if they say no, this is how he thinks it's really cool to talk to people, and when we're in network marketing and when you come across a rank maker, we're such fucking assholes, because this is what we're coached to say. Totally cool, no problem. Do you know anyone that would like to make some extra money? Or do you know anyone that would like to have glittery hair or dewy skin? Do you know anyone that would like to make some extra money part-time if we showed them exactly how to do it? Like, they'd just be like, who the fuck is going to say, oh yeah, I do. My mom would like to. Let me give you this stranger who's prospected me out of nowhere. Or my friend or family member who's sucked into this and getting coaching. Yeah, I do know someone. Like, this never fucking happens. This is what's going to happen. I bet you. Let's see.
Video. They thought the company video sucked.
Oh my God,
This is 7. You want to know? So Barb wants to know. All right, we'll have a separate powwow with the 3 of you here. Okay, there's a couple more now. Okay, so
did you just say powwow?
Let me show you. Because we're talking about closing, right? So you prospect someone and you say, hey, are you open to take a look at what I'm doing? And that could be, hey, are you open to taking a look at what's helped me lose weight? Are you open to take a look at what helped me with sleep? Are you open to take a look at whatever?
Same training.
Service, could be, product, whatever, right? And they say, all right, I'll bite. Okay. All right. Yeah, what is it? What's it about?
Because everybody talks like that.
They're at a new position. They're at, let's just say, position 1. And don't take, I mean, I think position 0 and 1 is pretty universal, but the rest of your steps may vary. Okay, the rest of your steps may vary. For example, many years ago, I invested in a solar company.
Oh my God.
I invested in it. I actually totally forgot about it.
This might be a new story.
And then I was talking with my buddy in I think July. He's like, you got to be happy. I'm like, should I be? Like, what do you mean? And he said, well, the company's a $300 million a year company now. I'm like, oh, how's my investment doing? And he was like, oh, about 25x. I'm like, oh,
fuck off. Bullshit.
Nice. I like this.
Really?
Right?
This is the whole Amy in Alabama. There's a Dave in Sacramento, my buddy in July. Bullshit. Fucking, just drop that. Oh, I'm just like so fucking rich and loaded. I have to show up on Facebook Live video every single day and rehash my same content because I'm not at all desperate to get clients. I'm so fucking powerful and postured. Jesus Christ.
For like, if you're like a solar company, it's not like, hey, are you open? Here's a video on solar. Okay, let's get it installed. Like there's a few steps.
This is the best example he could come up with to help you in your network marketing company. Now, keep in mind, this is classic scam artist, con man kind of stuff. So they want to just show how amazing they are and how maybe you can achieve this stature of wealth by wowing you with these examples. How is this even relevant to your network marketing business? Use a better example. So it's like, just remembering this right now, this solar fucking example. So that's a new story. I haven't heard that one before. So there's another piece that OG rank makers are like, okay, that's new.
There's a few steps. You got to contact the electric company. You got to do that, right? So don't get addicted to once we're past 1. But this is, are you open to taking a look? Okay. Notice I say open, not interested. Interested is not very powerful.
We know. Are you open? If not, no big deal.
See, people don't want to not.
Oh my God. It's the same shit.
Not open? Does that mean narrow-minded? That doesn't sound very good.
This is how you can manipulate people to say yes. Nobody wants to be called not open. They want to say I'm open.
Okay. And so, are you open? Yes, I'm open not to buy. They're not open to buy yet. They don't have any information. They haven't learned anything. They don't know what
this is the same training we've all heard.
They just say, okay, yeah, I'm open. I'll take a look. And so for some of you, you use a company video, which I'm a fan of. And so you say, okay, I got a video that does a better job than I could do, possibly explain it. Can I send that over to you?
Same language. And that you're supposed to say, I have a video that could do a much better job than I could ever possibly explain it, because it's all about duplication. If you show up as being an influencer with a big hat, that's another thing he'd say, then your team is not going to be able to duplicate that. So it doesn't matter how terrible this company video is. It's so weird that he goes on about this. It has to be glued to this system. Don't create additional materials. Don't create a better video. Use what you have, because your team has to use it too. Because if you create another video, then they're going to have to create another video. But if you remember in part 1, he trained you to create a fucking video to answer questions that you always get, because that's duplicatable, because then you can send people to this video. But that is teaching people to fucking make their own videos. It's just another contradiction. It's the inception of contradictions. Rank makers is such a mind fuck.
Let's say they watch it. Okay. Now, like it or not, whether they like the video or don't like the video, they're at position 2 if they watch the video.
Oh, here we go.
Now, for me,
here we go.
Honest,
this is like, I'm such a tough guy.
But this is why I'm teaching you. Okay.
The fucking contempt and the mockery. Like, it's just, he wasn't like this when I was in Rank Makers. Like, this is really bad now. It was fucking bad when I was in, but this has gotten even worse. I'm going to teach you. I'm going to teach you. You're not going to like this. Like, who the fuck talks to people like that? This is when people leave and they are so embarrassed and ashamed of putting up with this kind of bullshit, you know? These are adults. These are grown people who then took this and they spoke to their team like this. And they're good people. They believe what they're doing is right. And they're taking their advice from this guy. Here we go. This is when he's going to show up real tough guy. Like, there's a reason why you watch this video, isn't there? Like, he's got you, you know, like, can you imagine him fucking coming up, cornering you at a party? Oh my God. He's still, legend has it, he's still talking about himself to this day.
At this position, I probably have a 90% close.
You bullshit. I have 90%. Dramatic pause and stare intently at the camera. Oh my God. Like, you're supposed to, everybody, and then you know what? Everybody stood up and clapped. Oh my God. This is so brutal.
I'm going to say that again.
You always say it, everything again. This is fucking wild to me.
Position. If they watched the video, whether they like it or not, I'll have about a 90% close.
Bullshit. Bullshit.
Why? Well, the video sucked.
Because of your blueprint.
One of the videos sucked.
Oh my God, because I'm going to hit you
Video
with this.
sucking doesn't have nearly as much to do with it as you think. Okay? The fact.
There's got to be people in this world that are going to eventually hear this. Like, we're like 6 degrees separated. Like, this training has been going on, this same shit. Pretty soon, everybody's going to have heard this script. I think we have run out of the number of people on the planet for people not to have been exposed to this. Here it comes. It's the closing blueprint. Remember, it's the if they've watched it and they didn't like it, he had a 90%. Where the fuck does he come up with these numbers? They just don't exist. Here he's gonna be like, wow, really? Silence. Okay. Let me just step back for a second. Normally people like it. I'm just curious. There had to be a reason. Why do you agree to watch? What were you hoping to see? But watch the arrogance and the contempt with which he's going to be like drumming it into the prospect. So this is why when people are reaching out to you to sell you, or when you're a fucking rank maker like us and we're like, oh my God, this is how I talk to people. We really thought we were the shit. We were so fucking obnoxious.
That someone said, hey, I'm open. I'll learn more. And they watched the video. Let me tell you, no one on the planet is like, you know what? It's Tuesday. I kind of feel like watching MLM opportunity videos. That's what I'm going to do. Hey.
Actually, anti-MLM creators don't mind doing that because then they can help expose what's going on in the industry. So it's not for the reasons that you anticipated.
Harold. Hey, Harold, who do you know? That's in network marketing.
Again, with the woman. It's always the woman. Oh, hey, Harold. This consistent mocking of women. It's very interesting.
I got a need for comp plan speed. I just really got a hankering for some opportunity videos. That would be so amazing. Do you know anybody? You know what? Just go to YouTube. Go to YouTube. Now, some of you are asking a very funny question.
Oh, of course.
You're saying, what about the 10%? Okay. See, I thought 90% would interest you. Some of you are interested in the 10%. What about the 10% though? How do I get to 100? You don't. You don't get to 100. Nobody
Oh my
does.
God.
And I don't care who you are. I
Oh
don't care
my
what NLP
God.
hypnosis you're using. I don't care if you're dangling something, you're going to join my opportunity, right? Like, no one gets 100%. Nobody. All right? But here's how I do it. And here's the thing to write this down. Write this down. In the absence of progress,
Oh, fuck.
fall
Oh,
back on position.
fucking.
In the absence of progress, fall back on position. I know you're joking, Stacia. You just gave me a good example, though. I couldn't help it. I couldn't help it. And so let's run this one step further, just so you can illustrate. I can illustrate for you. Is this helpful so far?
No, it's not.
So what would be position 3? Can anyone tell me? Now, some of you who've been through my closing blueprint and rank makers, you should know this. You should know this.
I know I keep hovering and you keep seeing these things, but I'm still learning this. It's funny because he's just referenced closing blueprint, which is what this training is about. And it's kind of weird. Like, I mean, it's just the arrogance. I don't know. When did he get so angry and arrogant, you know? So fucking rude.
Anyone know?
Like, you're gonna not believe this, but I know when I was in rank makers, like early days, I don't know, 2017, 2019 at least, he was funny. Like, he'd make fucking jokes. He wasn't this disparaging to people. Because I know if you're watching this, or maybe if you're a rank maker, you're like, yeah. But if you're watching this and you've never, seen this guy, or you've like seen other people react to him, you're like, how could anybody like stay and pay for this guy's coaching? New people, I don't know. I don't know. I know that it's the same tactics though. So, but he was really funny, and you felt like he was on your side, and like he would say these horrible things still, but this is just, I guess it was masked better. and I don't think it's just because I've woken up and I've had distance away. He really was funnier. He really did make really funny fucking jokes. And he was like it seemed like more easygoing. Like it was way more playful. Nothing was like so fucking intense, like live and die all the time. Like there's no joy. It's like, you're fucking stupid. Your mom guilt. Some of you don't like this. Like it's like everybody is so stupid. You can't just fucking sit down and laugh and relax, But it was like that. When I was in rank makers, that was like one of the real reasons I love the community so much.
Yeah, absolutely. Does anyone know? What's 3? Well, if 2,
I can tell you.
Watch the video. What would 3 be?
I can tell you. I can tell you. Pick me. Pick me. Pick me.
I'm gonna have to get a battery for this phone over here. What would 3 be? No one's answering it.
I can answer you, but you're not listening.
Use your brain. Come on.
Use your brain.
What would 3 be?
Can you imagine if someone spoke to his children like this at school? He wouldn't tolerate that behavior, but yet he thinks this is okay to speak to adults, to his people that pay him money. This is how he speaks to. This is how he coaches you. Come on, use your brain.
Who's got the answer? Okay. Follow up? No, you're not getting it. Okay. What did you like best? No. You're close. You're close, but you're missing. I knew there was confusion around this.
You know why?
I'm teaching this.
Because that's what you taught. You taught. Did you watch the presentation? What did you like best? It's because that's what you've taught. But yet people can never win, because it's always about instability to create dependency. In the absence of stability, you fall back on dependency.
All right. Plugged in. You're good to go. Okay. No.
Come on, use your brain.
No.
Can you imagine being spoken to like that?
No. This is so important. And no. Okay, so you're confusing something.
And this is why you're not achieving success in network marketing. He's showing you right here with this bamboozlement, disastrous train wreck dumpster fire. of a training. Saying no to all these people. You're missing something. You're confusing. I'm so excited to see what he's going to say here.
So some of you think position is your position. Some of you think position is what you are doing. It's not what you are doing.
Why are you so
Now,
mad?
there are things to do at each position, but it's not what you are doing.
Is this fucking roid rage?
It's where is the prospect? So where are they here? We don't know. We have no information. So there's a difference between where they are and what you do. Oh, I'm so glad I asked that question. I thought you all would.
Everybody knows that the prospect is in there. It's not about you. That's why the person said to this question, what did you like best on your closing blueprint? The people that have been through Rank Makers and Inner Circle coaching. Holy fuck, this is wild.
I don't know that anyone did. Okay, so there's a difference between what position they are in and what you do. What position 0?
Can you fucking imagine? You're scrolling on Instagram and you're like, you see this live and he's fucking like talking like this. Can you imagine? You're just like in bed. You have like a Toblerone that you got for Christmas and you're having like a chunk of it, and maybe you have a coffee, you have a cat on your chest, and you're just like, you know what, I'm gonna just like watch Instagram, and he comes up on your feed. Oh my god. You're like, why are you so angry?
They're in position 0.
Network marketing is such a happy, positive experience. It's so easy.
Asked, are you open to taking a look?
Oh my god.
Okay.
Why are you so angry?
They said, yes, I will look at more information.
Is this what Jesus has done for you? Is this your religion? You're like really angry. This isn't a good testimonial.
Okay, that's where they are. Then what do? You say, sweet. And especially if it's an opportunity. Now, if it's a product, you may not have to send them a video. You may say, hey, it's helped me lose some weight. It's awesome. You pop it in the.
But this whole training here, he's done this whole build up of saying, I recruited hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of people that did not like the video. But now he's saying, well, and some people don't like the video. This is how he obfuscates and manipulates. I can rhyme too.
Morning, you smother it on your face. It's awesome. You spoon it in. And you could just go right, to saying, here's what it is. Would you like to buy it? But in an opportunity, you want to have a duplicatable process. So this needs to be, especially with opportunity.
Get to the point.
Probably needs to be a video. I don't like solely relying on love.
Holy fuck. He said the whole same thing. That's what we're talking about in the video. But then when you're in Rank Makers, you think that he's there to help you actually grow your network marketing business. But everything is about you continuing to purchase coaching from him, courses from him, participating in challenges, buying his books, his merch, going to his events. The more he confuses you, the more there's like some little sprinklings of truth in there, something that sounds good, and you're already brainwashed because you're in an MLM. He's going to keep you around. And then you're also like, there's this whole thing where you're like part of the experience because you're live. He may have said your name, which you feel like an emotional connection with. It's this weird thing that maybe you've experienced. Fucking network marketers, we're taught to exploit the fuck out of this. It's like a parasocial relationship kind of thing. And people within network marketing, they're so used to being gaslit and like just feeling rejected because they're trying to recruit people, that when they get attention, it feels really good. It feels like it's validating their identity. So this whole thing, it's just meant to give him more money. That's what this is all about. It's not about improving your network marketing business. It's just about giving him more money. Anybody that does achieve any measure of success, and I'm talking any success, you've recruited one person, or you sold 40 bottles of shampoo. It's all because of his coaching. And you will be so happy and grateful that you'll write about that. And you won't tag your company, but you'll tag him and you'll tag Rank Makers and you'll give him credit and to recruit more people into Rank Makers. That's how he works.
Lives. I don't like you jumping on the Zoom and you explain it because that's not nearly as scalable. I like send them to a video. Okay.
We've already said this.
Position is where they are. There are things for you to do at each position. So position 0.
Breathe.
We don't know if they're open or interested.
We know. Wow.
Ready?
Oh, we're ready. I'm fucking ready.
Okay. So number 1, they are in the position of saying.
Let's get to number 3, Ray.
Okay.
Let's get to
Some
number
of you are
3.
Still answering.
All us fucking rank makers want to see you answer this question.
Where are they? All right. So number 1, they say, I'm open to more information.
Oh my God.
Number 2, they watch a video. I've already told you this, right?
Yes.
I would get around a 90% close. Watched a video, whether they liked it or not. So what would be position 3?
Oh my God.
They like the video. Position 3.
What the fuck? The whole thing was about asking if they didn't like the video. He's still following. He's still adhering to the blueprint. Okay, so this is supposed to be the mind-blowing revelation.
Because they like the video.
That's what you got all angry
They
about.
are. Okay. So at this point, this is collect information and then ask, and then it's not even a question, it's a statement. Now I'm going to run you both scenarios because you need this. I told you this was going to be in depth.
It's not in depth. You just keep repeating the same things over and over and over again, and you're not saying anything. More of nothing. And they're going to be the 2 scenarios. What did you like best about it? If they like it, why is that important to you? Tell me more about that. Next one is, you know what? After all you've said, it sounds to me like you're ready to join. And he might do the whole LY thing. He's like, you know what? Typically, when people say exactly what you just said, they actually join or some mix up those LYs somehow. Or it will be the no, where it's like, wow, really? Okay, let me just step back for, oh my God. And maybe he'll get fucking angry again and start being like, their position, they're not your position. Jesus fucking Christ.
We haven't even gotten into the heavy duty stuff. This is just the tactical stuff. We haven't even gotten into what's preventing you from doing this stuff.
Oh, it's the mindset.
Because if we don't do that and you think it's all about tactics, you're going to be sorely misled. All right. So at 3, let's run the situation. So at 3, you say, hey, this is what you do.
It's not they, you.
In between 2 and 3, you say, hey, did you get a chance to watch that video? Did you like it? What did you like about it? And we know they're in position, they, not us, they are in position 3 when they say, hey, yeah, man, you know what? It kind of made sense. Kind of liked it. Pretty cool. Yeah, not bad. Okay. So now you, not in a position, because they're the position, you're not the position, but you, when they are in that position.
Oh my God.
Of, I liked it. I liked your flyer. I liked the live. I liked the hotel meeting. I liked the restaurant meeting. I liked the video that you sent.
This is like a good workout.
Pretty cool. You say, wow. What'd you like about it? What was your favorite part?
Which, may I point out, that one person did say, what did you like best? Because they'd been through the closing blueprint. They're probably a rank maker. And he said no. And now he's saying exactly what that one person just said. Even if you have the right answer, you always have the wrong answer.
Now, here's where non-closers blow it. You mix in your own ingredients. You know what I like? I like this and this and this and this. Now, just to change it up a little bit.
Oh my God.
What would this look like if you were dedicated? Oh, yeah, we go in here. We're doing a mix here on you. But it's free. You can't even complain.
Yes, we can. Because this is spiritual manipulation. It's emotional manipulation. You got a lot of shit going on that's wrong, and you're coming under more and more scrutiny. People can absolutely complain. It doesn't matter if they're paying or if it's free.
And so what would this look like if you're trying to convert people to follow Christ? Uh-oh. I'm going to lose some of you. Who's going? Who's leaving?
This is fucking Keith Raniere. Is he going to start teaching people now to follow him, proselytize for him? This is what I see as a setup. If you're a rank maker or you're an ex-rank maker, let me know what you think. If you see this, if you anticipate this, if you escalate this, you potentiate this. Holy fuck. What does this have to do? He got all jacked up going 0, 1, 2, 3, said the same things over and over and over and over again. And it's just about watching a video. And now he's launching into, what if you were trying to recruit somebody to follow Christ? You know what? So my mom is silent generation, and she was raised Catholic. She does none of this shit. Most people don't act like this. This is fucking nuts. This is a fucking cult. This is another cult. Imagine you're going to like tune in every day to this guy that's going to teach you, what if you want to recruit people to Christ? He's setting up his own church, I bet.
I'm not judging you, by the way. I'm not judging him.
Yes, you are.
I'm not judging. But what would it look like? He'd be like, hey, man, are you open to,
By saying he's not, he always is. It's always, that's standard.
hearing about something that's really impacted my life? Yeah, sure.
I was going to be like that staple, that standard. I'm like, stuttering.
You know what? I got this, there's a great video out there. In fact, if I'm a video I've been sharing with people who are not, Christian, right? Is called Show Me the Father. It's on Stars, but you can watch it on Amazon.
He's got a fucking video?
You're going to cry. I'm just letting you know. You're going to cry. Okay? You're going to cry.
I wonder if he's going to make a video and he's going to ask people to start sharing it. Like he's going to start recruiting. He's going to have his followers start proselytizing on his behalf. And then they're recruiting people to his religion or for his faith-based financial freedom, whatever.
And so I may follow up with them and say, hey, hey, watch this video. Okay. And then I follow up with them. Hey, did you watch that video? And if they did, they're like, oh my God, man, that was amazing.
Who fucking does this to go to church? This is weird. And this is new. This is definitely new training. Going to church, I would take clients that I work with people who are developmentally disabled. And I'd attend church services with them. This does not happen. What alternate reality does this happen where you're sending somebody a video? This may have something to do with the decrease of business that's going on.
Incredible. That was so awesome. Yeah, man. Man, I'd love to introduce you to some other stuff. If you like, what moved you the most? What moved you the most? Okay. So Monica watched it and cried. Who's watched it and cried? Both me and my wife are just sitting there, right? But it was super powerful. Because it cries. Right? So
you have emotional reaction
based on them. And, it's not a closing, but it's more of a nurturing kind of process. But it's, well, let's go there. So
would you describe his presentation thus far, just the one segment of going the 0, 1, 2, 3 as a nurturing process?
If they say, yes, I love the video, super cool, really nice, good stuff. And you say, okay, well, what'd you like best? I don't mix in what I like best.
We know what you say.
Right? So in Christianity, I wouldn't say, I really liked it when they nailed him to the cross. Like, I'm not going to mix my stuff in. It's too new for them. I'm going to ask them, what did you like? Man, I really like.
How is that even funny?
Saul to Paul. I really like the idea of, just putting your burdens on God. Like, I really like that, man. And so, yeah, dude, me too. Let me share with you an example. Right? I'm going to use what they liked, the information. This is not a position, by the way. This is what I'm doing. Okay. And so, I'm like,
first it was about what they're doing. It's they're doing. It's not you. And now it's you. And it's like me. And then it's you. And then you fall back on the position. Fucking man. Toxic.
That really moving. Here's an example of how that impacted me. Okay. And then in network marketing, the statement, not a question. See, when I fully understood closing, I no longer ask the question of, would you like to join? Hey, you want to join my team?
Here it comes. Here it comes.
I didn't do it. I didn't do it.
Here it
I
comes.
made a statement.
Sounds
After
to
I
me
collected their
like you're
information,
ready to
what
join.
they liked about the video. Okay?
You know what? Actually, when people say exactly what you just said, they typically join. I bet you that's what he's going to say.
I said, wow. Sounds to me like you're ready to join. Notice the stop. Notice the end tonality.
Notice the tonality. Sounds to me like you're ready to join. Then he'll say, because we've seen this training multiple times, not sounds to me like you're ready to join. Like mocking. Not sound to me like you're ready to join. Sounds to me like you're ready to join. Pause for dramatic effect. Stare intently at the camera. Turn and say hi to Monica on Instagram. Fuck.
Like tonality can be used. No one teaches this.
Oh God.
The tonality can be used. The reason it's not taught is people are either good at it naturally, and then they're not aware.
No, people are taught.
If you other people aren't.
If you go on TikTok, a lot of people talk about this, and a lot of women struggle with this because we're not taken seriously, because some women speak naturally. Depends culturally where you're at. You might just speak up like that. It's not just strictly like gender. But a lot of people do teach on this. Hi, guys.
Good at something, they can't put their finger on it. But tonality has two main functions, okay? Function one is if you want to create confusion, you end on a high note. Where you might want to create confusion is if you were like cold calling. Hey, is this Barry? Barry, this is Ray Higdon. How are you today? You're like, fine, right? So you create a little gap there so you can get into a conversation versus, hello, is this Barry? Barry, this is Ray Higdon. How are you today? And that's a downstroke, right? A downstroke is more authoritative, but in a cold calling kind of situation,
here we go.
It sounds like a business proposal. It sounds like a pitch. You're like, no thanks. But if you end on a high, they're like kind of confused, like, is that crazy guy on Facebook? I don't know. And so with network marketing, what did you like about the video? Loved it. It was amazing. What did you like best? What was awesome to you?
He's purposely confusing people. So instead of talking about what he's training on, which is if you're going to ask this question afterwards, you're going to say the statement, because he's never going to ask the question. He's going to go down in tonality. He's not going to be like dolphining through the water, like up and down. And most people don't teach that because they're just naturally good at it. Because we heard this fucking training 50,000 million times. That may be a slight exaggeration. Then he goes off into this other thing of, well, if you're cold prospecting or cold messaging, and we're not talking about cold messaging. I thought we were talking about the video that you've sent that is horrible, that didn't matter, that you sent to hundreds and hundreds of people. They all signed up because of your amazing closing abilities. So it's just meant to confuse.
Oh man, I love that too. Oh, the car program. Oh, amazing. Don't mix in something you like, because that could be the thing that turns them off.
Let's get to the point here. Come on.
Don't do that. Okay. And then the statement sounds to me, man, based on everything you just said, sounds to me like you're ready to join.
I'm hoping he does the LY, because that was one. It was like this beat. He's like, it has this rhythm or this cadence. It's like, really? Well, actually, people say exactly what you just said. They typically join. Like he would said that training over and over again. If you're a rank maker, you'll know that. You'll remember that one too.
Now, I'll give you one more scenario. What if they don't like the video? Because I told you I closed 90%.
Oh my God, you're such a legend. Fuck, we're so lucky to have you train for free.
Remember what I had you write down.
What did you have?
In the absence of progress, fall back on position. So if I go to them and say, hey, are you open to learning more? Are you open to learning what has changed my life and what has really helped me make money, lose weight, find myself, find purpose, right? We're mixing in a couple things here, right? And they say, nah, good to go. I'm like, cool, no problem. Fall back on position. Well,
Do you know anybody that wants to?
There's no inferior position than zero. So you break the wrist, walk away, right? That's a Only Dynamite reference. Hopefully you'll get that. Don't actually break the wrist. And so you would just say, cool, bro, no problem. All right, see ya. Hey, go Colts, right? whatever. Don't beat yourself up. There's not much you can do there. Don't you dare say, well, you're going to a lake of fire, right? Or don't say, well, you're an idiot, right? Because that will never, it may temper.
Just call them a demon, a hater, a bully, toxic, venomous, manipulator. That's okay.
Rarely make you feel better, but it's just turning people off. They literally want to hit you with a rock, just so you know. And so,
just so you know,
if I say, hey, are you open to learning more? And they say, all right,
I'm sorry, I got to keep pausing this, but it's important to know this is like again, the irony of him saying like you're turning people off by your behavior. Wow. My God. I'm just, I don't even know. I don't have the words. It's probably starts with a P though.
Okay, great. And then, okay, hey, I got this video, you game to watch it, and they watched the video.
Oh my God.
Following this so far? Watch the video. And then I follow up with them and say, hey, did you like the video? And they say, bro, that was the worst video I've ever seen.
We've heard this.
I literally want to stick syringes in my eyeballs so that I never see a video ever again. It has tainted me from all videos that I could ever watch.
We do have like a thing with the word taint anyway. It's been one of our fucking words as a lot of us have been healing together making jokes. And that's a great fucking use of the word. That was an unintended Easter egg.
I will never be the same. You have completely ruined my life. And I hate you for it. Little extreme. Nobody
would ever respond like that, seeing a video. But this is how he coaches because everything is seen as extreme. It's like with this, this guise of humor, but this is real. Like this is how he sees things. And this is how you start to see things when you're being coached by him and you're in the MLM industry. It's like, oh, I can laugh it off. But that's always underneath the surface. That's why, you're talking to these people within multi-level marketing and they're recruiting you. And they're like, why are you such a dick? Like, you're really mean. Like, that is so rude. And it's like, because we're like that. Nobody would ever say anything like that. This is it's so excessive. Why does he feel the need to just make up this wild example that would never happen? It's so fucking superlative. Why not just say they say no and then this is what you say? Because it's not meant to help you. It's meant to just fucking confuse you. And then you're like, I got to buy more coaching. You're like, does this make sense? This was so much information. I know a lot of it didn't make sense, but it will if you buy my new course. This is the same shit. The reason why this makes sense to me is because I heard this shit for 5 years. I'm still hearing it now. I could teach it.
They may not like it. They may not hate it that much, right? So I'm going a little extreme here, okay? A little extreme. But let's say it's very clear that they did not like the video. They thought it absolutely sucked, and they think you're less of a human being for having showed it to them. Okay? So can we just move forward? Sounds to me like you're ready to join. Huh? Who's with me? Huh? Right? No. They're going like, no. Get out of here. Beat it. I'm calling the cops. And so instead, in the absence of progress,
this is fucking wild.
I can't go to number 3 because what's number 3? Do we now know? Now that I've explained it to you, do we know number 3 yet? What's number?
No, because you're confusing as fuck and you're contradicting yourself. And it was, what did you like best? We've all known this with the closing blueprint. This contempt, this whole act, it's so fucking wrong. And if you're in rank makers, God, this is why you need to get into you share your story. You may need therapy. I suggest getting mental health professional, and screening them by asking if they support the MLM industry, because the last thing you need is some fucker trying to gaslight you and recruit you into their pyramid scheme when you leave. This is abusive behavior.
3, don't you dare tell me what you have to say. Don't you dare. Don't tell me your position. What's number 3? What's number 3? What's the third position Don't you dare say, well, that's where I say, no. What's number 3? They liked it. Really? Excellent, Stefan. They liked it. Yes, we got it now. So we can't progress there because they didn't like it. So in the absence of...
See how he makes things so fucking confusing. And I just have to stress too, like when I was in Rank Makers, he was not this bad. This is next fucking level. Holy shit.
Progress, I can't progress. I fall back on position. In the absence of progress, I fall back on position. So I can't go to 3. I have to stay at 2 and question their position. Okay? In the absence of progress, I fall back on position. Why did they watch the video? So I'll ask them. I'll say, hey, I'm just curious. What were you hoping to see?
Notice how he defines progress as only getting to the goal that will benefit him financially. Progress isn't framed as what's best for that person. Maybe they don't want your product, service, or opportunity. That is progress. Progress to finding out what's best for that person. Progress is only defined as getting them to sign up with your network marketing business or sell them the product. Otherwise, it's a failure. That's not progress.
You watch the video. I know you're not an MLM opportunity, binger, right? No one is. No one on the planet is, right?
Oh, there are
What
lots
were
of
you
people. There's actually a lot of people that like to binge anti-MLM content. People that have never joined multi-level marketing, they like to see commenters look at Zoom calls, and they're really fascinated by the psychology of it all. Some of them, they're just starting to they're fascinated by the topic, and they're looking at anti-MLM content and MLM content on its own. Just to see, just to critically think and make up their own opinions. So there's lots of people on the planet that do just that.
Open to see. So I can't go and say, yippee, let's get you started. I have to fall back on position and say, what were you hoping to see?
Oh my
and
God.
Here's what's interesting about this. What's interesting is, of the thousands of times that I asked this question, I never got something weird. I never
Oh, not this story too is the same thing.
Well,
I wanted to grow an arm.
Grow my arm back, but I lost in the war. I was hoping
I fucking told you.
Outside, and Bitcoin would spew like a fountain.
Out of this, yes.
Crypto
Fuck.
goodness,
Was
right? I've never had anybody.
What
say
the fuck
something
did I just do there?
If they say,
I just made it all blue. Oh my God. What did I do?
I hated the video.
What the hell did I just do? Oh my God. Okay. Oh, there we go. Sorry.
Yeah, I say, ooh, all right, dang, you watched the right video? I might create a little confusion there, but I'll say, what were you hoping to see?
What were you hoping to see?
What were you hoping to see?
See.
So if we wanted to
see, they watched the video. He's probably gonna get aggro. I'm so fucking stoked that I called the arm back. This is how many times he's trained on this same topic. I have not fucking watched this video. This is a fucking first reaction to me. I had fast forwarded through some things. I sound like him, but I didn't fucking see this one. This is about you, not me. Right? So yeah, what were you hoping to see? This is probably going to be fucking aggro again, where it's see, they had to watch it for some reason. Oh my God, what is this at now?
Skip over a little bit. Let's say that I'm passionate about spreading the word of God. And I have someone watch Show Me the Father. And I say, hey, what'd you like about that video? And they say,
what religion does this? What Christianity is not this? He's interchanging network marketing, business opportunity videos with God. This is completely new and very fucking weird.
Hey, dude, sucked. Whatever. No thanks. Nah.
Because everybody that says no talks like that. In fact, anybody that agrees is less human than Ray, and then like you too, you must be more elevated, upgraded, transformed. No, dude. Like, because everybody that just says no sounds like a complete fucking idiot, you know?
Gross. Like I don't know how any human could watch that video and not like it.
Oh my God.
But I'm sure that's out there. Okay. And so if they said that, I'm like, dang, man, I'm curious. When we first started talking, like,
here we go.
What were you looking for? Like, what are you looking for in life?
Oh my God, I hope he doesn't tell the story about Amy in Alabama or whatever. There's this woman that was this high-powered executive in like Hollywood and got on her call and says, I'm going to help with her little network marketing business. Oh, fuck, please don't be that story.
And there is no answer they could give me.
There's lots of answers they could give
I
you.
couldn't possibly help with. Okay, now I'm mixing here. I'm going to lose a couple.
I hope you lose many more.
But in the absence of progress, fall
this
back
is dangerous.
on position.
This is
In
dangerous.
whatever you're trying to close, because this is closing. This is whatever you're wanting to close. And those on Instagram, I'll keep saying this every few minutes, but those on Instagram, I can't force the screen to be different.
No, but you could.
There's really only a few words here. It's not a lot.
You know what? Stop gaslighting the few viewers that you have on Instagram. You're going to chase them away because you're being really rude to them. You could figure out a way, just like you talked to us in 14-day challenge, to have maybe put your phone. You're clearly not streaming from one device. You have multiple devices. So if it's like this, then just like, here's an idea. Go like this instead. Problem solved.
But if you want to read the words, go to facebook.com/Rethinking page. You can watch for free. All right. So there's more I could go on closing, but I feel like this is enough. Now, one thing that should be obvious, but is not to some.
Here we go. Should be obvious, but it's not to some. Now, to some people, it will be obvious. But to many, it won't. And I know for some people, it's obvious. We've seen this. We've seen this shtick before, and we see through it. And more of us are starting to speak out about it because what's going on here is wrong. Here we go.
People think network marketing is magical or mystical. They think
they don't.
I've been in network marketing for 3 years and I'm not making any money. And I'll say, how many people did you prospect last week? I'm like, well, none.
Did you talk to all your 100K inner circle clients that are prospecting thousands of people each week? And then you review their Facebook conversations live, shaming them, always saying you just need to tweak one word or they used an exclamation mark and they shouldn't have. It's always something they've done wrong. It couldn't possibly be the business model. But you need to mock them and stand in a funny way and contort your face and alter your voice in order to make a point.
Because I'm not making any money.
You're fucking irrelevant.
What? They're like, I've been alive for 45 years and I don't have biceps. None. Not one. Well, how often do you lift and do curls? Well, I don't because I don't have any.
Can you imagine someone talking to his family like this? This is not okay. And this is, it's really challenging speaking up about this because I respected this man. I really did. The things that I learned when I was in Rank Makers, I could have learned anywhere. I happened to learn it in Rank Makers because I was in multi-level marketing and I thought that I wanted to become like a good marketer, learn how to like do videos and stuff like that. I signed up so I could become good at network marketing. And I wanted to help everybody in my team succeed. I didn't sign up for this. Nobody signs up for this kind of treatment. Like, this isn't making a point. This isn't empathy. This isn't somebody who's a master of their emotions. And this isn't somebody who walks with fucking God. Like, really? I wonder if his videos are different in his walk with faith or walk in faith group, if they're like kind or something. I don't think you can keep this persona up. Everything is getting all mixed up, like Rank Makers and this weird spiritual manipulation. And he's just this volcanic rage, just like out of control.
What the hell are you talking about? This makes no sense. Yeah, you got the biceps that you deserve based on the work that you did. You got the income that you have based on the work that you did. we'll talk about
No, that's not true. You don't have the income that you deserve based on the work.
that a little bit more. All right. And by the way, I have a deeper breakdown
Oh
of
my
closing inside of Rank Makers. It's called the Closing Blueprint.
If you want it,
And I imagine at some point IG will cut off because I think you can.
I've posted it.
Anyway,
I've made a video here on YouTube. You can access it for free. You don't need to join Rank Makers or anything. You could even Google it on or search for it on the Facebook, and it'll probably come up.
anyway, so next,
It's not a deeper dive. It's the exact same shit that he just said.
and this is the reverse top earner blueprint. Okay. Next up the chain, we started down here, leadership.
I gotta go this way.
If you don't see yourself as a leader, you'll sabotage anything above it. And so what's
Fuck, that just happened.
You don't know when to lead. And if you're not, and if you're
Oh shit.
if you're not in the position to close, then you are you're probably not following up.
He fucking lost his train of thought there. It's like, I'll just keep talking and then eventually I'll get my thought. Like it'll pop into my head again, which is okay. It happens to everybody. But it's always like hiding who you are and what's going on to like pretend to be something you're not.
And I know why. So we're going to break this down. We're going to break it down. By the way, these two things.
Oh my God.
I have extremely detailed trainings inside of Rank Makers. My crazy follow-up, where I share every follow-up I ever did, and the closing blueprint.
My crazy follow-up, I'll tell you this for free as well, is it's like, hey, this is a 4-day follow-up, a 30-day follow-up, a 60-day follow-up, and a 90-day follow-up. They're all fucking scripted. Basically, it's like, hey, I know, I'm just touching base with you. Did you get a chance to watch the video yet? Or it'd be like something that he calls a ninja slice, an update deflection. So if he knew you were a bus driver and was looking to make an extra $50 a month, just say, hey, I know this isn't a fit for you, but do you know any bus drivers that might want to make an extra $50 a month? Or it's like, hey, I know this isn't a fit for you, but we just recruited a new team member named Jan to our team who's a bus driver and wanted to make an extra $50, so she just rocked it out with another $400 a month. Do you know any bus drivers that might want to make an extra $400 like Jan? That's my crazy follow-up. And then you do the shit like this, like 30 days, 60, 90 days, and track it if you can. Everything is such a confusing shit show, though. And then he'll pull out something. He'll like pretend to hold up a phone, or he might have his phone as a prop. And he'll say, there was this guy that I sent messages to, and I don't know, it was like fucking 2 years or something. And every day he's like, he came to the meeting the one time and he said, look, here's my messages that Ray sent me for all these years. Like this. Look at this. Hey, I'm in town. Just wanted to catch up with you. If not, no big deal. Hey, blah, 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 blah. And finally I signed up. So he uses this anecdotal story as evidence that his crazy follow-up works. So it's just continuing to follow up with people. This is when you see, if you go on Anti-MLM Reddit, they have so many different like screenshots of people, like they continue to follow up with you, even though you haven't answered, because you don't want to be rude. You don't want to hurt their feelings or whatever. You just don't want to say no. A lot of people are uncomfortable saying no. And you'll see it's like, hey, I just started with this company. Hey, and they keep following up. That's because this is what they're being coached to do.
Which breaks down every objection they could hit you with and what to say in response. Those are just two trainings.
Oh God, it's so fucking, I'll do a video on that too if you want. It's just more bullshit. And you've seen it all. In depth, my ass.
And so follow-up, all right? So there are still people on this planet that think that if the video is good enough, if the person's hungry enough, that they will join upon first talking to somebody. Like you say, hey, are you open? Yes, I'm open. Hey, watch this video. I'm ready to join, right? And so know that that's just not the case, rarely. So, a few years ago.
Oh, no.
I hired Grant Cardone. I gave him $100,000 for 6.
Thank you for bringing in the Scientology tie-in. This is fucking interesting and timely since Grant Cardone is like being investigated. And Ray is teaching a lot of Scientology principles, which I didn't sign up for when I joined Rank Makers, and none of us did. We weren't aware of it. Constantly referencing Landmark Forum. Oh my God, the similarities, the exact same things. Oh my God. So this is very interesting that he's talking about Grant Cardone right now. Considering he's a Scientologist, has these same principles, but it's also Christianity. Very interesting.
Hours of his time. And well worth it. Highly recommend it, if you can swing that. And so I got to spend some time with his team. And I spent time, I think his name's Todd. Not Jared. I know Jared. Everyone always says Jared when I say this story, but I think his name's Todd.
I know someone whose name's Jared who works for you.
I think Todd is the head of, or at least was. I haven't been as close to Grant and his team last few years. And so, but I think it was Todd who's the head of his sales team. And I asked Todd, now, just so you know, they have a sales meeting every day.
Here we go.
They do jumping jacks. They get
oh God, we heard this all the time too. How Grant Cardone's team, you need to write down your goals at the beginning of each week because they did all these studies and that their team wasn't as productive if they didn't write their goals down at the beginning of the week. And at the end of the week, you have to track everything. You have to track down how many people you prospected, how many people you recruited, and you put it into Ray's tracker, which then he compiles all this data. And then he uses it to sell Rank Makers. He'll say, last week, Rank Makers prospected, he says it in this robotic voice, 972 people, blah, blah, blah. And then he'll like lose his shit when there's only like ever like 9 to 11% of Rank Makers that actually fill out this fucking thing. And he always would get like so fucking mad. Only 9% of people fill this tracker out, right? He'd get fucking mad too when I was in it. But this is like he's mad all the time now, it seems, In this video, he's like just like consistently mad. It's so weird. So then he would cite how Grant Cardone's team, they are really aggressive. They follow up, but he thinks this is really good. Sends you multiple emails and they phone you up. And then he implemented that too. And you should see when you sign up for Rank Makers, oh my God, you get so many emails every day. It's way more than Mon 8. Holy shit. And good luck trying to unsubscribe. They fucking keep finding you. It takes so much. And then you could get texts. If inner circle coaches, they'll call you. There was an inner circle person that was being coached same time I was. She's left. She's been like speaking out, like comment wise. And they contacted her to like sign up with inner circle again. She's like, are you fucking kidding me? She didn't say, are you fucking kidding me? But that was the import of it.
Excited. They talk about stats. They edify people.
They edify. Incorrect use of the word. You mean deify.
They have to consume sales training every single day. Every day they are sharpening the sword. They have to.
Stealing from John Maxwell, who says this, sharpening the axe. And John Maxwell probably stole that from someone else too. This is something that they like to say in the multi-level marketing industry. And if you're in Rank Makers, this like sharpening the sword, but with John Maxwell, it's sharpening the axe. Every day you sharpen the axe and then you can go down and chop the tree. Then you chop once and then you chop twice and you chop 3 times and you keep chopping and eventually the tree falls down. And we're like, oh my God, this is so fucking amazing. One day I'll be a millionaire in a network marketing company.
And of course, Grant, pretty good at sales, right? And so you got this organization they're like the Unsullied. How many have seen Game of Thrones, right? Right? They're the Unsullied.
Here we go.
They're just the soldiers. They're just rock stars and badasses. And so they're really good at closing. They're really good at sales. And so I asked Todd, I said, hey man, what is your close? I don't know why I asked him this, to be honest. I was just curious, I guess. But I said, hey, what's your percentage close on the first reach out? Like, what percentage of sales do you guys close the very first time?
You have to just say it one time.
And he said, he goes, it's right around 2%. So here are these Unsullied.
It's so weird because the Unsullied, they were like, they had a procedure done to them, so they couldn't make babies. Such a weird fucking example. I'm glad he didn't use the Dothraki. Khal Drogo is where it's at.
These Spartans, these gladiators, these Shaolin shadowboxers with the Wu-Tang sword style, and they don't close
There it is.
98%
There it
of
is.
the people they initially reach out to. Okay?
There
You
it
got
is.
the Mayweathers of closing, and they lose 98% on the first call. 98%.
Flip a switch, get really mad, stare intently at both cameras, pause for dramatic effect. There's the trigger. There's the fucking there's that switch that goes off.
Do not buy on their first reach out. So why the hell do you think that you're better than that? Why do you think that's okay for super sales guys? That's okay for the 300, but not for me because I'm whatever, right? I worked at a grocery store, so I should close higher than them. What? Makes no sense. It makes absolutely no sense. So if the hardest core closers on planet Earth, with an F, get 2% on their...
I know, I keep pausing it, but I know with like rank makers too, it's like, it makes no sense. It makes absolutely no sense. Like this is the shit that is in your brain that takes time to get out. And if you start making content, you start speaking out, you'll notice fucking mannerisms, the way you say things, you're like, it's fucking Ray coming out. And it's weird. And that's one of those phrases.
On their very first reach out, would it be kind of bodacious, maybe a little arrogant for you to think you'd get 1%? Then you should get at least half of what they do.
Fucking said
Do
bodacious?
you study sales every day? Do you live and breathe it? Do you have a sales meeting every day? Do you work on the weekends too?
Oh my God, enough. Stop.
Do you hone your sales muscles every day? You probably don't. You probably don't.
Bodacious, excellent, admirable, or attractive. Wouldn't it be bodacious of you to say that? Wouldn't it be excellent of you to say that? He's used that. He used fucking bodacious incorrectly.
You probably studied very little sales. So might it make sense if the best closers on planet Earth, with an F, if they have to reach out more than once, maybe you do too.
Why are they the best closers on planet Earth? God, and it's like, why this? It's just this fucking aggression. Man, this is not what it was like when I was in rank maker. So it's like the same training, but it's way more, if you can imagine, it's even more contemptuous now.
Just throwing that out there. Okay. And who needed to hear this? Drop me a 3.
Oh,
Drop me a
fucking up with
if
the
you needed
3.
to hear
You already
this. Who
said
needed to hear
3.
this?
Oh, yeah. Fuck, yeah, I needed to hear that. I need to be fucking scolded. Fucking big man. No more. No more of this fucking intimidation and this kind of manipulation. Not anymore.
Krishna, I like it. Okay. And let me tell you, if we want to talk about the other journey, right? There were a lot of people that over the years reached out to me and encouraged me to get to know Jesus, to get to know God. And I appreciate that, man. I really, really do. A lot of them didn't follow.
Because they didn't follow up with me. But it wasn't until I became under more scrutiny and my business was suffering that I saw an opportunity. That there happened to be 3 people that came up to me and said that I was chosen, that they had a message specially sent to them by God to tell me that I have to be a prophet. And then a guy that is an orphan spirit, taught me I was an orphan spirit. And this guy isn't even a Christian, which he says that he doesn't believe in any religion or he isn't a Christian, but he just has this other weird faith that he is marketing as an orphan spirit. And now I've glommed onto that and I found a new way to make money. And that's what I'm doing now. That's what he's saying. That's what's going on here.
Follow up.
Fuck, this is intense.
I'll just throw that one out there. All right. So why aren't you following up? Because I know you're not. Let's be honest.
No, people are following up.
So why aren't you following up?
And people in Inner Circle are following up like dingbats. People, they work their assholes off. And it doesn't work because it's the network marketing industry. Because over 99% of people have to lose. It has nothing to do with how hard they work or how many people you talk to. I ask them one question. How many people did you reach out to last week? Well, there's your success. You fucking have heard this. And you're not in an echo chamber anymore. People are speaking out. They're healing and they're not fucking afraid.
The reason you're not following up is you're so scared of looking stupid. You're so scared of looking like a pest. You're so scared of just looking desperate, needy, looking weaker than. So you're more scared about how you look to others than possibly actually helping them. So last night I was on Coach Stormy's live. Are we back to calling her Coach Stormy? I don't know. There was a period of time where she didn't want to be Coach Stormy. So I don't know. Hopefully I'm not disrespecting the Storm, but never want to disrespect the Storm. But I was on with Stormy. We'll go there. Stormy, that I know I can call. And so I was on with Stormy, and I explained what an imposter syndrome is. Okay?
That would be good to hear.
Imposter syndrome is not you, making videos before you're successful. Imposter syndrome is you saying you care to make a difference, but you won't get uncomfortable.
Hey, this is what I don't understand. Like, does he know what he's doing? Does he really believe his own shit? You know, all the things that happened apparently in his life, abusive childhood, wanting to help people. Like, is this what happens when it is untreated, when you are manipulated by other people, when you get into the network marketing industry, landmark forum, Scientology shit? Like, is this what happens? You know, I don't know. I know there's people that do know exactly what's going on in the MLM industry and they choose to do it anyway. They don't give a fuck. They know. The fact that he's doing this and he knows is really disturbing to me. And I think it's really hard for rank makers because it's like, but there was good, but I saw good, but I want to see good, but he helped me. But then you see this and you cannot deny what's going on, you know? And we're trying to find an explanation for the behavior. That's part of it too, you know? A lot of us looked up to this guy.
Imposter syndrome is you saying that you want to change the world, saying you want to help people, but you're not willing to get uncomfortable. You're not willing to look stupid. That's what that is. So the reason you're not following up is you got it too much in your head of that it'll just look stupid. Okay?
A lot of people, you know, when we were in rank makers, it's like you don't want to follow up because you know that you're bugging someone. You know that they're just, because we all have these, we have our instincts and we have senses. We can have body language and pick up on like energy even through Messenger, you know. Someone doesn't want to say no. You're like, I don't want to follow up. And they're like, just go follow up anyway. They're not paying your bills. You're not impacting people. You need to get over yourself. You need to just go follow up. You're afraid of looking stupid. It's just always with the insults, you know? This isn't coaching. This is harmful. This isn't empowering. It's creating dependency.
And you shouldn't appear needy. So the fact that you think follow up means you're needy means you are absolutely missing on 98% of your income and your impact.
I'm getting mad now. Look at him fucking glaring.
At least 98%. So if you're too chicken to follow up because you don't want to appear needy because you haven't learned the skills of follow-up, then 98% of the people you could actually be helping, you're not helping. And 98%, and this is being generous, let's be honest.
Oh my
You ain't
God.
the Cardone closers. You ain't the super soldiers, like the winter soldiers of sales, right? They'll find you. They'll find you. I think sometimes they're going to pop out from my bushes like, hey, have you been to Cardone University? No, man, I am. I'm good, man. I'm good, right?
He thinks that that's really good, is to be harassed by Grant Cardone's team, and he wants to emulate Grant's behavior, and that's what we were taught too. Like, they're so aggressive, they're everywhere, they won't leave you alone. They're so they're ubiquitous. They're even popping out of his bushes. That sense of always around you, all these emails, these texts, these reminders. He thinks that that's good, and that he's equating that with you following up. So this is the level, like, this is how aggressive we're taught to be, the coaching and network and rank makers, you know.
That's me being very generous. It's saying you're as good as the Cardone super closers. You don't do as much work as they do. You don't reach out to as
Neither
many
do you.
as they do. And you don't follow up like they do. You don't sharpen your sword like they do.
Neither do
You
you.
don't do any of that stuff.
Neither do you.
Okay? So you have to stop seeing follow-up as you bugging them, as you begging them, as you being desperate or needy, as you actually giving a shit. that you're
Wow.
caring.
He's fucking jacked up.
And so now don't get that twisted. It's not to, convince them, hey, knucklehead, join already, right? But it's you caring enough. It's caring enough for you to reach out to them and keep dripping on them.
Oh, no, don't. No, don't be fucking dripping on anybody.
I followed up with people for years.
Oh, here's
but
the
I
story.
did it in ways that, didn't come across as needy or desperate.
No, it didn't at all.
Sometimes I would deflect.
Oh, the
Right?
update deflection.
So sometimes I would say, hey, I
Hey.
know this isn't a fit for you, but I just helped a teacher. She started making a couple $100 a month. You know any teachers that want to make some extra money?
Look, I told you. He said teacher. I said bus driver. The bus driver's got to be coming.
See, I would think about that person I'm hoping to help. And I would look to locate any kind of similarities. Hey, you're from Chicago, right? You know what? Oh, that's crazy. I just met a guy from Chicago who started making money with the company.
He makes this shit up, and he tells us that this is why you have to go to your network marketing company's events to hear the people's stories. And then you write the stories down, and you can use these stories in their prospecting messages. But what if you don't know any bus drivers, Ray? He'll say that as if someone's asking him a question. Well, Ray, what if I don't know any bus drivers? Because everybody is so fucking doesn't know how to think for themselves, and that's how they talk. Well, then what you do is you can listen to anybody in the entire network marketing industry. If they were a bus driver, you can use their story too. And it doesn't matter if it hasn't happened in the last 20 years. You can use that story. That's what he teaches. And that's what we all did.
And, hey, listen, this may not be a fit for you, but do you know anyone that might, want to hear more about his story? Is that needy? Is that desperate?
Yes, it is.
I don't think so.
It is. And everybody sees through it.
And so it's me saying, hey,
This video is
maybe I
desperate.
give them an update about me. Maybe I give them an update. So maybe I say, hey, remember that thing that I was telling you about? Yeah, listen, man, it's going really, really well. And there's a lot of people have gotten results from the product.
Oh,
And I
update
just wanted to reach out
deflection.
to you. Do you know anyone that's wanting to get some, make some more money on social media, or they're wanting to lose some weight or get some more energy or sleep better at night? So you just mix it up. And you're not addicted to their reply.
Oh
I had
my
people
God.
that I texted for literally years.
Here's the
They
story.
never replied, but I just didn't care. I didn't.
He's
and
postured.
Don't get it twisted. It's not that I didn't care about them. Because if I truly didn't care, then I wouldn't follow up.
Why are you so I wouldn't follow. Poor Instagram. Instagram, you fuckers better get on Facebook Live right now. Go on Facebook /Higdon group fucking blah, blah, blah. Ah! Imagine, I know Instagram, my words are backwards. He's always getting mad at Instagram. Whoever was on Instagram, poor Instagram viewers. Jesus, Ray, tone it down. Fuck, dude. This is too fucking much. Oh my God. I don't even know what to say. Oh no, I made it blue again. Oh shit, there it is. Okay.
You don't care about things, you won't follow up. You won't take the time to learn this skill. You're just like, I don't know how to follow up, so I ain't gonna do it. Because you care more about how you look than possibly helping them, possibly impacting them.
Oh my God, stop. It's too much.
Welcome to class.
Welcome to class.
Welcome. You're in class right now. So I didn't get all bent out of shape. Why? Why hasn't Arthur replied?
Oh my God.
Because I was too busy sending follow-ups.
So this is something else he taught, is that you could schedule feeling sorry for yourself from 2 to 3 p.m. and then afterwards get back to prospecting and following up. If you want to feel sorry for yourself, then schedule that time. Don't feel those feelings. Feel sorry for yourself and then get back to work. If somebody is really mean to you and says a rejection, like all these things are pyramid schemes, you go out and prospect 10 people. You are addicted to your activity, not results. That's what he says. That's his training too. All this is back to normal shit.
Okay.
Except he's fucking angrier
Let me
now.
give you an example.
Poor Instagram.
All of you. It all
Oh.
has to do with image.
Oh my
Let me give you an
God.
example.
All of you.
You'd be amazing at follow-up. You'd be incredible. You'd literally break the Guinness World Record. So let's say
Maybe you broke the Guinness Book of World Records to having the highest IQ.
that there's someone in your neighborhood, wonderful family. I mean, they have, they support, they're amazing people, they're givers, they give to charity, they mow their grass, they pull in their trash cans on time. Oh.
So when we were in Rank Makers, the videos didn't go on like this. They weren't like this epic. They were shorter videos. Sometimes they would go on like over an hour, especially in the early years, but we would tune in every day. And so that would be the Ray daily. And then he would go live, typically on his public page. And then we would, like, all of us good little cult members would follow him onto the public page and we'd watch videos there because we were enthralled. We thought he was fucking really smart and that he really cared about us, and he really wanted to see people succeed in network marketing and that he could help you, When it was Instagram, then a lot of us would like follow to Instagram as well. And then he would do like additional trainings, like with his coaches and other guest speakers. He might have it at like 7 p.m. Eastern time. So we'd always be tuning into these lengthy videos. And then it's like every 3 months, there's another course. And it's like every 3 months, like within that year, there's like, so every quarter, there's some other kind of challenge or a course. But then it's like every other month, there's like another challenge or another course. So it's like there's something for sale all the time that you absolutely have to get. Prospecting and Duplication Summit, this new reverse top earner blueprint, all this stuff. And he'll go live in Rank Makers. He'll go live on his public page. He'll go live every fucking where to promote this. And then give Rank Makers a discount. There's so much training, but this is fucking wild. This training, holy shit.
Just the dream neighbors. Oh, amazing. And unfortunately, and they got 4 kids, just a beautiful family. Oh,
does she have mom guilt?
They always buy popcorn from your kids.
Does the mom have mom guilt?
Girl Scout cookies from your daughter. They're just
awesome. The Girl Scout cookies.
Right? Really care. And so, unfortunately, she loses her job. And the very next day, the dad hit by a bus.
Of course. There's the bus driver.
It's a made-up story. It didn't really happen. But unfortunately, dad's gone. Mom's unemployed. 4 kids at home.
What a perfect opportunity to present a multi-level marketing opportunity. Let's prey on someone.
And you know what? Because you're an amazing neighbor too. You really care. You got a heart of gold. So you decide.
Oh, fuck. I remember this story now. This is the story that he talks about. You go. This is how he ties it into follow-up. I'm just remembering this. You go and you collect all this money from your entire neighborhood. And then you don't follow up and give the person their money, that neighbor that needs it with the 4 kids. And so shame on you. You would really care. How horrible. That's like, so he's linking that a neighbor that you really care about that has 4 kids, who's lost her job and whose husband has been hit by a bus. He links that life and death emotional response to you not following up with someone on fucking Facebook. I know what this sounds like on the outside, but it's this life and death, us versus them, black and white thinking. This is how he coaches. This is how we think. This is how we operate in network marketing. This is the story. I remember it now.
You know what? I'm going to raise some money for these guys.
Another training we've all heard.
I'm going to do the right thing. I'm going to help them out. They're in trouble. They've had some tough times. Let's help them out. And so you decide, because you're so amazing, you got such a heart of gold. You reach out to every neighbor. You walk the streets. You call the school board. You call everyone that you know.
I told you this was going to be epic. Look, we're already pushing 2 hours here. It's an hour 50, and I'm still at an hour 19 on this. Subsequent videos, maybe I won't be pausing it this much, but I hope this is helping at least one person out there.
And you get this is amazing. This is a testament to how amazing this family is. You get 200 people to promise, you know what? I'll give $5. I'll give $100. I'll give $10. I can only give $4. Okay, love you, bless you. Right? You get all these 200. How many of them are you going to reach back out to? How many of them will you follow?
Oh, that's it. Yeah. This is his fucking gotcha face where it's like, how many would you reach out to? They all promised you $10. Are you going to not track it? You're not going to go bet, hey, Gary and hey, Amy from Alabama, you said you're going to give me $200 for this woman. Thank you. I wrote you on my list. Like, fuck. Tone it the fuck down.
Oh, that's different.
Oh, it is different because you're not trying to recruit them into a pyramid scheme and to prey on someone who's just lost her husband, who's been hit by a bus and has 4 kids, to buy into a losing proposition and hopefully not get fucking coached by you.
Yeah. You'll call all of them until you get that money. You'll see Miss Johnson across the street and you're like, I'm trying to reach her.
And you know what they would do? They wouldn't be making these bullshit stories by attending events and saying, I knew someone 10 years ago in this network marketing business and they said they were going to give $10. No, they would just be like, the people would just give the money anyway. They'd be like, oh, hey, you'd said that you wanted to give $200. Did you still want to do that? They'd be like, yes, here it is. It's absolutely nothing like following up with people in a multi-level marketing company. And this is a disgusting example to use, using death to create this emotional response in people, to link it. You're knowingly doing this. This is all strategy. This is how we're manipulated. This is the level of manipulation that rank makers experience. And I was a part of it for 5 years, and I did this to people, and I trained people how to do it too.
3 days, and she promised $15. You'll see her pull into her. She didn't answer. You'll walk across the street. Hey, Miss Johnson.
Nobody does that.
Hey, listen, there's been some phone calls.
No, if somebody says they're going to give $15 and then maybe they don't, you don't spy on them when they come home and then walk across the street and pretend that you just happened across them. Nobody acts like that because people respect that maybe their financial situation has changed and they don't try to use any kind of manipulative tactics to get money from them. That's unique to the multi-level marketing industry and to con men and scam artists.
Problems. You'll do this. There's been some phone problems.
Who the fuck does that?
Reach out to you.
What the fuck is that?
But you mentioned about the $15. Sorry to bother you. I've just gotten it from all the other neighbors.
I bet you it's a woman that's doing this because that's what women do.
All of a sudden, you're amazing at follow-up. You're incredible. I think, Cardone can sense good follow-up, and he's waking in his sleep. We must hire them.
That's because he had his EMs. He's holding his cans, and the fucking needle was like, that's why he's really good at it.
Right. So all of a sudden the Cardone closers are calling you, hey, we hear you're good at follow-up. You're like, yeah, in certain situations when I don't look bad if I follow up.
Look at this.
You get my point?
Oh, we get your point. We heard your point for
But
5
think
years.
about what you're actually following up on.
Oh, that's why.
Oh, yeah.
Is because people are thinking up what they're following up with, and they don't like, a lot of us don't like sending all these messages because we know it's wrong, and it's spamming people and it's harassing them. And that's why we don't want to do it. It has nothing to do with us feeling that we look stupid, although this is what we internalize, and we feel there's something wrong with us inherently. That then we take this, what he says, over and over and over again. This is just in one presentation, but think of this like over 5 years. You think you're just a piece of shit, that you don't care about people at all. You're much more concerned with how you appear. Like, you don't want to appear desperate or needy. It's so fucked up.
Think about what you're following up on. When you're following up on either faith or your network marketing business, that has more chance to change their life than a donation. It's all about you. It's all about your image, how you look. That's why you're not following up.
Can you imagine the Church of Ray? They're coming knocking on your door. Holy fuck. Following up like Grant Cardone does? Jesus. No doesn't mean no. It means not right now. They'll be popping up from the bushes. You should burn the bushes. They'll still be popping up from the bushes. Oh my God.
You don't want to look like a pest. You don't have to be a pest. Just don't be addicted to the outcome. Be addicted to your activity. So you're
What'd I say?
to them and saying, hey, I remember talking to you a while back about this, and it still may not be a fit. Here's what's going on. Do you know anyone that might want some of that? Follow up. Yeah.
Do a live video every day and go prospect. And you got to remember where they are on the pipeline of the position. Remember, in the absence of progress, fall back on position. You got to go 0, 1, 2, 3. It's about them, not you. There's you and there's them. And then some of you, oh, you're really great. It's like, what the fuck? What the fuck is this? This is a new iteration of this, all of these trainings. How did I get here? Like, how the fuck did I get here? What the fuck?
I move forward here. This is going to turn into a 4-hour thing here.
That's true. It's already 4 hours for me.
Again, in Rank Makers, we got full-blown trainings on follow-up and closing. This is called My Crazy Follow-Up, and this one's called My Closing Blueprint.
Yeah.
All right? So now let's get in. Let's go one above. Was that helpful? Was that helpful for me to go through it?
Look at poor Instagram. They're terrified.
Helpful? And Facebook. We literally have more people on here than likes. Really?
Really? Really? You know what? You're going to continue to have that with that pissy attitude. Really? Like, can you imagine the fucking arrogance to talk to people that are watching your video and you're going to shame them? You're going to try to shame them into getting likes. Well, let me know. Let us know how that works out for you. I predict it's not going to work out very well. Oh my God. If any of us rank makers did this on a video, oh my God, he'd lose his shit. He would probably lose his shit like as much as he's losing his shit here. This is wild to me that he's doing this. He's taken this whole like showing up like you don't care, that you're so postured, which he still hasn't used that word. He's taken it to next level. Like this so much disdain for even his viewers, it's so weird. People don't owe you their time. You could just thank them for watching. More people on here than likes, really?
More than once, right?
You can like it more than once, right?
You like me doing these deep dives?
They're shit. Your training is awful, and people are starting to wake up. And people are also stopping to be afraid. They're starting to speak out on all social media platforms.
I ain't gonna like work, boy. You go work. We don't like. So if you're getting
See this, I don't know, and I don't know if you see this too, if you're like an ex-rank maker, but I see sometimes it's like, does he really believe this shit? Or is he's so fucked up that like he's going to wake up at some point and this is gonna fucking devastate him. The worst thing about leaving and waking up is like reconciling what you've done. And some people don't want to face that. It's too much. And I think it's almost like in my experience, it was like it's taken time as the layers peel back of how deep this shit goes inside me. And if he ever wakes up, I mean, I don't know, maybe he knows exactly what he's doing. I think he does, you know, but I see this kind of behavior where he's like really trying to show that he doesn't care, that he's like, it's so clear, like act that I'm like, he must know that he's like, or like he doesn't know, he's trying to cover it up. Like he's trying to like, I don't know, like if you really knew, you'd be more slick, not so fucking defensive, like this weird act, you know, I don't know. I don't want him to hurt people. And I hope he gets help. I hope he gets help one day, you know, because this shit is wrong.
benefit from this, if you'd like me to do more of this kind of stuff, if you're able to. Now, if you have carpal tunnel, please don't. I don't want you hurting yourself. I don't want you spraying. I don't want you pulling a hammy. I don't want you, spraying it. What happened?
You know what's funny is when you treat people with kindness and respect, they share the shit out of your stuff. They'll hashtag your content. They'll duet your content. They'll remix your content. They'll like your content multiple times. They don't need to be told how to do that. There's something wrong with what you're doing when you need to order people and shame them and tell them to like your video multiple times. This stuff happens naturally as you grow. Getting what you call lots of hate is not normal as you grow. That's one version, and that's Ray's version of growth. Everything is always coming back to hate and anger and just fucking rage. Jesus.
Bro, Ray Higdon, man, he made me like something. I was on his training for an hour and a half.
I hope he gets help. This isn't what I signed up with in 2017.
Right, so if you got carpal tunnel, if you pull a hammy, please don't like the video. I don't want you to hurt yourself, okay? All right. So what comes above follow-up? Pretty obvious. Prospecting.
Oh God, I bet the shame bus is going to come now. This is the
So,
shame bus that hit that poor woman's husband.
Now, if you refuse to do follow-up, then prospecting, it's almost a waste of time.
Oh, he's probably going to say that prospecting, I didn't want to prospect people, but I showed up and I did it anyway. And then he'll glare at Instagram.
For some of you, your prospecting efforts have been a waste of time because you just refuse to do follow-up. You think that, either they get it or they don't.
Poor Instagram.
Let me tell you a story.
What did Instagram ever do to Ray? Fuck, those poor viewers.
And I actually didn't do this on purpose. And I actually didn't even know this was the story. Okay.
This might be a new story.
So, there was a guy. Oh man.
Dale in Sacramento?
There was a guy that reached out to me and he told me, and at the time I wasn't in a network marketing company. I think I was speaking on the road. So I was like speaking on the road for real estate. And a guy reached out to me and he told me about a company. And I'm like, I'll check it out, whatever. I never did. And I forget about it. I don't even know what he's talking about. I really didn't. He just kind of like threw it at me. I said, and then no follow-up. And so in July of 2009, my buddy Chris out of Cape Coral, Florida,
Jesus.
he invites me
Oh,
to
here's the fucking my buddy Chris. He invites me to it. I sign up and then I decided to go all in with my business. So I do remember this story now. So this particular story, this segment of it is we heard this over and over again as well. But then the guy that didn't follow up with him. And then I became the #1 income earner of my company. And boy, shame on him because he could have followed up with me. But he probably wouldn't have signed up with them. There's no guarantee. It's probably because you went with your buddy Chris, who invited you to fucking pre-launch. It was your buddy. It's the other half of the story.
And I go to this meeting, and at the time I am so broke.
Oh God, here's the story. Oh, hang on, rank makers. We've heard this again. We're over 2 hours on this segment. I'm gonna have to make a part 3.
Oh, I mean, I'm broke. I'm behind on all my bills. I'm in personal foreclosure.
$1 million in debt.
Divorce, and I was just hating life, man.
Were you in $1 million in debt yet? Going through a divorce, sleeping on my buddy's couch, personal foreclosure. Oh, we've heard this before.
And it was tough times. And so I go to this meeting, and I didn't want to do network marketing, I'll be honest, because I'd had some bad experiences with leadership and
in the 10 previous companies he was part of and never made enough money.
other companies. And so I go to this meeting, and I'm like, you know what? I don't know what else I can do. I'm out of money. My credit sucks.
He was vulnerable. He was in a vulnerable position. He was fucking in a vulnerable position. And his buddy Chris invited him to network marketing. And with Ray, this story ended up well, but how many other people are preyed upon where it doesn't work out that well? For 99% of people.
No one's hiring. I'm going to make this damn thing work. So I joined this company. In 5 months, I'm at $10,000 a month. In 7 months, I'm at $40,000 a month. In 10 months, I'm at $50,000 a month. Become the #1 income earner. Make millions in that company. And then I get a call. And it was that guy that reached out to me one time and never followed up.
So this is the other story about following up is like, so there's like the life and death, you get hit by the bus driver, the shame. And then there's like what you could miss out if you don't continue to follow up. Then you could get somebody amazing like Ray on your team that would be the #1 income earner of your company. And you would also be just like rolling in the dough and having achieved time and money freedom. None of this stuff is based on statistics or facts. It's all stories. It's all bullshit. It's all bullshit.
It actually asked me about that company, and I didn't even know it.
So what? It probably wouldn't even made a difference.
Ouch. Ouch. So
This,
Higdon.
he's a fucking store winner too, you know? Like he win at bowling, at kids bowling, cosmic bowling. You can tell.
How would you feel? How would you feel if you reached out to someone one time, they tell you no, and then months later, you see them in your company as the #1 earner? Would you, A, punch yourself in the face? Would you be?
Why so violent all the time? And this happens. Sometimes people are wooed to another company with bridge contracts. So it has nothing to do with you. It's not your fault at all. It's the multi-level marketing industry. You don't need to punch yourself in the face because you didn't follow up with someone. Like this violence and self-loathing, it's just amped up.
Be angry at them and curse them, make a voodoo doll, right?
Fucking voodoo doll?
Painful. I didn't know I was doing it.
Nobody fucking wants to harm anybody. Like, what the fuck?
I didn't know. I didn't know enough that was even the company. Now, would that have changed the result? I don't know. If he had done, I don't know. I can't answer that. But if he had followed up with me 3 or 4 times, maybe I would catch a glimpse of it and be like, ooh.
Maybe nothing would have happened either. Maybe nothing would have happened at all and it would have played out exactly as it had. That is also a scenario. This, all of these stories, again, it's just illustrating that it's meant to confuse you. You think he's the greatest thing and to purchase his coaching. because you're sabotaging yourself.
And we would have gone. We would have ran. We would have ran. Okay.
Poor Instagram. Look at fucking Instagram. Instagram is Jesus.
So, oof,
Fuck.
comments are interesting. And so, prospecting, right? So if you're not doing follow-up, then you're just imagine, like if you just say, I am not going to do follow-up ever. Never do follow-up. I don't know. It's a weird stance.
Everything you say is weird. It doesn't make sense.
You're going to have to 100x your prospect.
Oh my God.
People, it takes
The 100x. The fucking tie-in with the religious group. So, okay, Grant Cardone was 10x. 10x your business. 10x everything. If you're not first, you're last. Fuck, it's so stupid. Now he's linked with some dude, who's some religious dude, who's the inventor of 100x. And they're going to do a wisdom challenge. Someone sent me a screenshot. Join our 31-day, it's always a fucking challenge, with the founder of 100x. And so I'd made a story. I'm like, I'm fucking claiming 69x right now. I got to do the right fucking hand motion. There we go. Sweet. 69x right now. High altitude potatoes. 69x your fucking network marketing business. I am never going to do follow-ups. I am never going to buy potatoes. Like, fuck. It's absurd. It's absurd on this other side of things, you know? People pay tens of thousands of dollars for this man's coaching and the coaching from his coaches, which all tag videos of him doing more content like this. That's what it's composed of.
them 1,000 people to prospect. It's going to take you 100,000 people to prospect.
Oh, fuck.
So just pony up.
Pony
You'll
up.
eventually, after 1,000 reach outs, you'll find someone.
No, you don't.
You'll find someone.
That's not true. And you can ask a lot of ex-100K inner circle clients who are prospecting thousands of people consistently every day. And it has nothing to do with their mindset or tweaking the script or using the word or whatever the fuck excuse you want to use. It's because of the multi-level marketing industry. It's taking people's money.
It's like, all right, I'm ready to join. Here's my credit card. You do not have to follow up with me because I'm joining right away. And you'll say, oh, thank God. Wow. I've been working so hard.
I was just watching Going Clear. And there's this one, it was one of the guys. So Mike Rinder and there was somebody else. Oh, I think his name is Garth. And they had been like up there in Scientology for a long time. And they were talking about Tom Cruise doing this interview in this black turtleneck. And he's doing this laugh where he's like, he thinks he knows everything. He's being super condescending about suppressives and suppressive people. This reminds me, like this is what it reminds me of right now, is like Tom Cruise doing that weird fucking laugh, you know?
And so please do follow up. Okay. Well, let's get in prospecting. So prospecting, this falls under pipeline.
Here we go.
And what's going to greatly increase the categories below
Oh my
is your
God.
posture.
Oh, yeah!
3 of the P's.
No way!
Posture.
Oh, fuck, it's back. Oh my God, I
So
spit.
pipeline is.
Oh, here
how
we
many people
go.
you reach out to, how many
Oh my
people you
God,
follow up
he's
with,
standing up
how
for
many appointments you
posture.
set, how many videos you send out, how many samples, how many samples did you send out, etc. Okay? And so now I say prospecting here, and I will put, it's kind of
He's forgetting his train of thought now. He's got too many P's. There's too much alliteration going on. He's going, how do I tie in posture? Oh shit, I shouldn't have said posture. I was meant to say performance-based. That's what I think he's saying. I'm going to have to pause this video and do a part 3 right away, but we'll keep going. I want to see what he says about posture.
interesting where I think I'm going to, actually, you know what? I'm going to put marketing up here. I'll go ahead and put this because I know this can be confusing if I don't do this.
It'll be confusing if he doesn't put it
We'll
up
put
there.
marketing up here. So we're going to talk about these 2 things. So first of all, what's the difference? Okay, so what's the difference between marketing and prospecting? Marketing is passive. You do something. And
so this 100x is kind of like a high profit mumble. That's what he would call it. So he's but this is really a subtle one. There'll be other ones where he, you know, I'll point out another one, but this one's like super subtle. But that's why he's pointed that out. He's put that in there because he's linked up with this pastor doing this 100 times fucking whatever the fuck this thing is.
Instagram. I can't turn it around, but you can watch it on Facebook if you want. Facebook.com/Rethinking page, and you'll be able to read it. And so, because I don't know how to flip it. I mean, if I flip it, then I can't see
just Google it, Ray. Like you advise everybody trying on your free coaching Friday, just Google it.
Comments and I'm sad face. And so,
sad face.
Marketing is passive. You do something you hope an unnamed individual reacts or responds to.
Prospecting is you take an action.
You reach out.
We heard this before too.
You hope an unnamed individual reacts or responds to.
Oh my God.
And good job, Leanna. Who do you need to tag on this? Who needs to see this stuff?
Who needs to see this? And they better like it. And better tell them they got to like this multiple times. Leanne. Fuck. Shit. Hell.
Who in your team, maybe they just need to hear the follow-up bit. Okay? And so marketing is passive.
Can you imagine you just sign up with a network marketing company and your fucking upline sends you this?
Do something you hope someone reacts or responds to. Now, if you're an influencer, and the biggest problem with influencers is they tend to stay in their thinking as an influencer. So you'll only ever
I've heard this one too.
Cold prospecting is bad from an influencer.
You only ever hear that cold prospecting is bad from an influencer. Again, that's not true. But he likes to go on this whole analogy of a big hat and a little hat. An influencer has a big hat. They've got a lot of network, like a big network to recruit from. They can be intellectually lazy with their marketing, but as a little hat, as a little guy, got to do all the work. Like he's going to go in that direction. We've heard this one too, but it's like, so here he's gone on to, he wrote about the 100 times the prospecting. He went to pipeline, he drew an arrow to posture, and he thought, fuck, I shouldn't have wrote posture down. And then he wrote marketing. What the fuck?
That doesn't need to be cold prospecting. You will never hear someone
Yes, you will.
Doesn't already have influence bash cold messaging.
No, everybody bashes cold
happen.
messaging, and it has nothing to do with being an influencer or not. It's a shitty practice. It's spamming. Nobody wants to have it happen to them, and people intuitively know it's gross. It has nothing to do with your level of influence or not, or perceived influence.
Ever. Guarantee you. Because it makes, I mean, number one, it makes no sense to say it.
It makes no sense. It makes no sense.
You'll only hear someone who doesn't understand where you are say cold messaging is bad. Now, I'm not saying it's the only way. I'm just throwing it out there.
I'm not saying it's the only way. I'm just throwing it out.
Says cold messaging bad. Just go to their account, see how many followers, how much engagement they're getting, and 99 times out of 100, they're getting more than you, so they don't understand you. Okay.
All of these statistics, all of these examples come right out of his ass.
And so marketing, that's obviously, TikTok, Instagram Reels.
Oh,
Facebook
fuck.
Reels.
Really? TikTok? Really? Anybody that's in network marketing and he's coaching you to be on TikTok, it goes against community guidelines. Your accounts will be reported under frauds and scams because they don't allow multi-level marketing content on there.
Facebook Live.
And he knows that.
YouTube, podcast, a flyer in the laundromat, right? That's still marketing. You're doing something you hope someone reacts or responds to, okay? Prospecting is active. That's you reaching out to an individual. You're reaching out to an individual and you're seeing if they're open to your product, service, or opportunity. Now, network marketing is perhaps the only profession where there's confusion around pipeline. Any other profession, they understand pipeline.
No other profession understands pipeline because your fucking definition of pipeline is whack.
So my wife is a realtor here in Naples, Florida.
With EXP Realty, a multi-level marketing company, which both you and her, when you started Rank Makers, it's posted on your website, that would never participate in multi-level marketing because you wanted to like be ethical and show up with integrity and be congruent, because it would be unethical to have a group of all network marketing people from all different kinds of network marketing companies, but then to yourself participate in a network marketing company. That's another blatant contradiction.
Luxury realtor helps people get vacation homes, help people, get second homes, etc.
That's a high profit mumble. It's a sloppy one at that.
And so if she hid her business cards, in a drawer and hid her real estate signs in the garage and never told anybody about it, then her pipeline would be zero. But the difference is
her pipeline is big because you're fucking talking about it, which you shouldn't be doing because you're kind of like trying to recruit for her because she's trying to recruit other people into the EXP MLM pyramid scheme, which is also with fucking Grant Cardone in it and also his fucking wife, Elena Cardone. How the fuck does that all work? You guys all in there together? Do all rank makers know this?
She wouldn't be confused why she's not making money. See, some of you are confused. Man,
There's no confusion because it's just about recruiting other people to sell houses so then they can earn money off the efforts of those people they've recruited. There's no confusion. It's clear.
This for 3 years. What have you been at? What do you mean you've been at? Do you mean you think it's like a job?
Here's the
like
gaslighting.
Tenure? Like, I have tenure in my network marketing company. I've never prospected anyone, but I've been here 3 years. I should be making some money. No, you shouldn't. You should not. This is performance-based.
Oh,
and
fuck off. He's got this whole definition of performance-based completely wrong, too. So he has this, so he's redefined posture. I hope he says it. But performance-based isn't you get no money until you do something where you recruit people. Performance-based is like you get a bonus. If you're at a job, performance-based is you have a job, you have a salary, you're already getting paid, and then you can get paid more. Performance-based is nothing at all like network marketing. This is just yet another deceptive tactic.
Performance-based careers understand this. There is no realtor. There's no realtor on the planet.
Oh, not for the planet.
Doesn't ever tell anybody about what they do and doesn't make money and is confused. Network marketing is unique to that.
Why are you comparing realtors? Realtors have nothing. Just use the examples within the network marketing industry. If you're teaching network marketing, there's no need to use other examples of other industries. But of course there is, because he doesn't know any of the statistics of the network marketing industry. And if he did, if he'd use it, he couldn't do training on it because it's a pyramid scheme.
Network marketers are like, yeah, I've been at it. I'm like, how many people we prospect last week?
I was prospecting over 200 people a day at my peak. So in a fucking week. So that's like 1,400 people a week at my peak. So I was doing that probably for about maybe 8 months straight every day, following up on average with 40 people a day. I wouldn't follow up with as many people because I would get put in Facebook jail or Instagram jail. I was also creating content on my Facebook business page, on my Facebook personal page, on my Facebook and Instagram stories. I was going live on Facebook. But he'd say, oh, well, you just wanted to prove me wrong. Something wrong with your mindset. You know what? Out of all the, people will work, but they'll prove me wrong. You can't fix a shitty mindset. You can't fix someone who's uncoachable. Has nothing to do with the fact that over 99% of people have to lose regardless of what you do. This business model, give him more money. It's just about giving him more money and purchasing more coaching.
Why are you crying? You're making what you should be. It's a problem. It's not magic or mystic, right? This is what it is. And so when you aren't getting results in marketing, guess what? And this is a shocker to some too. Because see, some people, they bought into this idea of never prospect anyone because you bought a course off YouTube. I know.
They bought a course off Facebook. Boy, what a life-changing experience that could be.
bought from someone that targets my ads. You bought from someone that targets my Facebook page that told you you don't have to prospect. So you're like, I'm just going to attraction market. I'm just going to track people to me.
Anybody that criticizes him or has any kind of question, anything, this is how he treats you. And you'll see it when he does Facebook live videos, like continual training. This is how he acts. And this is how he will talk about you behind your back. This is how he talks about the inner circle coaches behind their backs to each other. It's so fucking manipulative. It's wild.
I'm never going to prospect. Well, that's idiotic if you're not generating any leads. Now, if you're generating...
Okay, we're going to stop with this one right now. 134, that's idiotic. A level like of insulting, it's too much. Okay, so this was a long video. We're going to do, we'll do a part 3. And thank you so much for watching. This has gone on long enough. I do like live videos. I really like to do live videos on YouTube and chat and hang out. So this is kind of similar, except I keep pausing the video and explaining it. And I know I keep apologizing, but I think it's important for you to see exactly how much of this shit he's repeated. And I can anticipate. I feel really good that I was able to anticipate what he was saying. I was like, oh, like that's the win. Oh man, thousands of dollars later, 5 years later, but I knew he was going to say grow an arm. Mint, boom, boom. Okay, thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.